This video probably will make you more money than any video I have ever shown or ever will. This is critical. You hear all the eBay gurus telling you on YouTube, sales been bad. Here's how you fix them. Almost virtually, practically every single one of them is not going to fix your sales. They don't know what's wrong with your sales. You have no idea where you're going wrong until you let eBay tell you where you're going wrong. 1, if I'm going to tell you how to fix your sales. 2, I have to know what you're doing wrong. 3, no, this isn't another video about you're not doing your pictures right. This is an all-around video for every single person who ever watches this who sells on eBay. This is not hype, not an empty promise. I will show you exactly how to figure out what you need to fix to make more money. This is it. This is probably the most important video I've ever made. You've never heard me hype anything like that because I don't hype things. I just tell you the way it is. But if you walked into a doctor's office, your doctor walks up to you and says, I haven't seen you in 5 years, Mary. Here's a prescription to make yourself better. Is that going to work? You just walked in. He hasn't seen you in 5 years. He doesn't know what's wrong with you, Mary. He hands you a prescription and said, this will make you well. He doesn't know what's wrong with you. That is exactly what every one of these eBay gurus who tell you how you fix your sales, that is exactly what they're doing. They don't know what's wrong. Maybe your sales are great in every area except one, and that one is the problem. That's often the case. I'm going to show you how to diagnose exactly what's wrong. Well, I've already shown you how to diagnose that. That's the listings quality report that I showed you in this video right up here. And that video got a lot of views. A lot of you like that video because you had no idea that report exists. Or if you used to use it years ago, which many of us did, you didn't know that eBay brought it back again recently and you can use it again. The deal about that report is it tells you exactly what's wrong with your sales. Now, I showed you how to do that report and print it out right here in this video, but I need to show you how to use it as a true prescription as to what's wrong with your account. And we're about to do that. You don't know what to fix until you let eBay tell you. Is it a conversion problem? Is it a price problem? Is it a picture problem? You don't know until eBay tells you what's wrong. And they do in that report, but I'm not even going to really look at that report very much. I'm just going to cover the 3 areas of that report and then tell you that's what you need to use to fix your specific problem. For those of you that didn't see how to produce that report, you really should watch that video because it's the most important report right now on eBay. So many eBay sellers have no idea that report exists. No idea. It is the #1 way for you to know what's wrong with your sales. The listings quality report will tell you on 10 key areas where you rank on all eBay. Let's say that you sell piano rolls. It'll tell you if you rank as the #1 eBay seller, #10 eBay seller, or the 600th eBay seller in all of eBay. That report tells you exactly where you stand in categories you sell in. That report doesn't look at millions of competitors against you. It looks at like the top 150,000, 200,000 sellers and compares you to them. You know you're better than the 10 millionth top seller on eBay. You just don't know if you're better than the 100th top seller on eBay. You're probably not. That's a pretty high rank, depending on the category. But you have to know, could your sales be better? And if so, where? This report's how you find it. Now, there's lots of detail. We won't look at all the detail. I did that before in the other video. I just want to remind you of this funnel this report tells you about. And if you don't like all this data and don't like all this report and never looked at that video and you don't even really want to look at that video and figure out this report, okay, but I'm going to show you why. If you're not going to study your listings quality report, just watch 4 more minutes of this video and you're going to see, oh, I can see why that would be critical for me especially, okay? This shows you 3 areas of how you rank, 3 steps to get your item sold on eBay. Impressions, that means when someone looks for an item you sell, are you appearing in the search? And if so, how high? Now that's really critical. The higher you appear in the search engine, the more likely you are to make sales. People who are on the 20th page of an eBay search, they won't get very many sales from a search because they're way down there. Buyers won't take that long to go through 20 pages and find you. But if you're number 1 or 2 or 3, as a lot of us are on a given search because you've been watching these videos and you know how to produce a listing, then you probably are doing well on your impressions. Now, I am in a category called contemporary, but what this really is, it is sheet music, contemporary and modern. I think that's the full name of the category, but this is a sheet music category. It's one of 10 categories that my listings quality report decided to tell me something about because I sell a lot of sheet music. It is telling me that of the 20,103 competitors that I have right now in sheet music in the top bulk. Now, they're not going to give me the millions of people that sell. Of the 20,103 fairly significant sellers of sheet music on eBay, I rank 46th on impressions. That means that I am 46 out of 20,000. I'm very near the top. I mean, 20,000's a lot of people selling sheet music, and I'm in double digits, actually below 50, low double digits basically, of being seen in searches. People who look for sheet music often see me in the search. Often. I'm number 46. That's really good. I'm thrilled. I'd love to be number one, but I don't sell 1,000 pieces of sheet music every day. That's probably what number one does. I mean, to be in the top 5 or 10 of any category is just gigantic, okay? But to be number 46, oh, that's great out of 20,000. Do I have a problem being found in searches? No, that's not my problem. So now we look at the second reason you make a sell. The first reason is you have to be found in a search. The second reason is people have to see your picture and click on it. You might appear in a search, but there's nothing that grabs the buyer's interest whenever they see you in searches. That's what click-through is. Now, my click-through is not as good as my impressions. Of the top 20,103 people selling sheet music, my click-through rate is 176 out of 20,000. Am I happy to be 176 out of 20,000 sellers right now? I'm thrilled. I think 176 is a darn good rank. Would I rather it be in the double digits? Well, yeah, of course. But 176, I sell a lot of music. A lot of music. I have several seller accounts. This one has about 2,000 items in it. Probably 250 of those are sheet music, and I'm number 176. That means of this 20,103 sheet music sellers we're looking at here that eBay chose, I'm in the top 176 people as far as the number of people that would-be buyers click when they see an item in search. Someone searches for sheet music and I appear. That's my impressions. Someone sees my listing in a search and clicks my listing to look at the description. That's the click-through. That's step number 2 in making a sell. Number 3, sales conversion. Once they've clicked and look at my listing, how likely are they to buy? I'm in the top 51 sellers right now on all of eBay significantly selling sheet music. I'm number 51. I am 51 out of 20,000 in sales, sheet music sellers. I love that. I think that's really good. I'm proud of myself. Break my arm, patting myself on the back here. My sales conversion is good. So, are people finding me in searches? 46 out of 20,000, yeah. Once they see me among all the other searches, are they clicking on me a lot? Yeah, 176 out of 20,000. That's pretty good. Once they click on me and look at my listing, how likely are they to buy? I'm number 51 out of 20,000 people being ranked here by eBay. I get a lot of sales. Once people will click and look at my listing, a lot of people buy it. I don't see a problem here. I don't see anything I need to fix, but what could I do better? Well, I could do better click-through. What if you are not getting good impressions? I'm going to tell you how to fix that. What if you're not getting good sales conversion? I'm going to tell you how to fix that. What if you're not getting good click-through? I'm going to tell you how to fix that. What I tell you might be the most important information you have ever heard how to increase your sales. You must generate this report, and let me show you a category I'm not doing as well in right now. That's Christmas tree ornaments. Okay, I just clicked ornaments. This is one of the 10 categories eBay is showing me. eBay is saying that this report covers the top 157,000 people currently selling Christmas tree ornaments. That's a lot more people than selling sheet music, but that stands to reason. A lot more people sell Christmas ornaments than sheet music. So my competition is much greater in this category. How well do I stack up? This report is a little different from the other, and I have to say, I suspect a lot of you will find reports more like this that are kind of skewed against you. I started off showing you a healthy sheet music listings quality report that's happening to me right now. Today, I just ran this report just now. This data is almost live, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes old. This I'm not doing as well. Where am I not doing well? Impressions, I think 6,000, almost 7,000 out of 157,000. That's pretty good. I like that. I don't mind that. What about my click-through? I'm 52,000. That's not very good. I am way down in the middle third of sellers, which eBay picks the top 157,000 sellers in this category. Basically, I'm in the middle third. That's not very good. Oh, I'm getting sales of ornaments always, constantly, all the time, but that's not great. How is my sales conversion? Once someone sees me in a search engine and then clicks with a click-through, how well do I convert that to a sell? Not bad, but under 5,000 out of 157,000. I'm converting. I don't have a sales conversion problem. So what's my problem? I don't even really have an ornament problem. I'm okay with the number of ornaments I sell. But what if I wanted to increase the number of Christmas tree ornaments I sell? I'm not going to fix my first picture, and I'm not going to fix my title, and I'm not going to fix whatever it is that gets me high in the impressions, because my impression is good. You see how I could waste a lot of time fixing something that doesn't help my sales for Christmas tree ornaments, but it might help my sales for some other item. I only know when I look at the data in this report. This is how you know. What about my sales conversion? Once people look at my page, my description, my condition, all my pictures, pictures. Are they converting if they want one of my Christmas tree ornaments? Am I converting those people into a sale? Pretty good. 4,700. Yes, my problem is click-through. I'm not getting people clicking when they see me in search results along with a lot of other people. I am not getting good click-throughs. I would fix this right here. If I want to instantly fix my Christmas tree ornament sales, I would work on what fixes my click-through rate, and that will fix my sales. You need all three of these to be good to make good sales. After I showed the listing quality report and how to produce it, someone wrote me and said, I'm ranking really high, but boy, my sales aren't very good. And I wrote back and I told him, well, the problem is, where are you ranking high? You're not ranking high on all three of these, or else your sales would be great. You must only be ranking high in one of them. Are you getting good impressions? Is your item appearing a lot in searches? Well, that means you probably have a pretty good title, probably have a fairly good first picture, but you're not doing anything else right. So you might be really high in impressions, but you're not getting click-through and or you're not converting anybody to a sale. This is how you diagnose your problem. This is how you become your own physician of your eBay account. Introducing your problem and how to diagnose it, that was the hard part. You've got to have this report and you have to know which of the three tiers or which of the two of the three tiers, or if you're bad on all three, you need to know that to know what to fix to make more money. You make more money almost instantly, because this is telling me right here, if I want to make more money on Christmas ornaments, that's eBay saying, hey, dummy, fix your click-through, and you're going to sell a lot more because everything else is good. So look at all three and see how they compare against however many competitors eBay's chosen to show you, and however you rank, that's what you need to fix. If all three of these numbers are large numbers compared to how many sellers it compared you against, you need to fix everything in your account. If you've been watching and implementing very much of anything on this channel, you won't have all three of these bad. You probably will have one that's not very good. If you're having a sales problem somewhere on some category, this is how you fix it. If your impressions are low, mine are good, but if your impressions are bad, that means you are not appearing very high in search results when someone looks for items you're selling. All you need to do is fix your search result placement. How do you do that? Number one, you want to do promoted listings. You always want to do promoted listings. Promoted listings, we've done videos before, is it bribes eBay into pushing you higher in the search. You're basically bribing eBay. eBay wants their VIG. That's mafia talk. eBay wants to be bribed in order to put you higher in the searches. So you need to do a promoted listings. Now, eBay's really messed up promoted listings lately. No seller likes it. I haven't even done a video on what they've done because everyone does videos on how eBay changed promoted listings. The bottom line is you still have to do promoted listings if you want to appear in the search engine. Now, I would not look at this part of this report. As I've told you before, eBay will always want you to do higher promoted listings because eBay makes a lot more money. eBay will, on every category of almost every one of you that prints this report, they're going to say your promoted listings isn't high enough. Well, it may not be, but in general, if you're doing any at all, you're better than most sellers. Most sellers don't do any promoted listings. And the ones that do, they do the bare minimum. That's been announced over and over at eBay Open. It is a fact. Jack, the eBay Seller podcast that went on for years, it just quit last year, sadly. They talked about this. Most people don't do a promoted listings, and the ones that do, they do the bare minimum. So if you do just a little bit higher, you will be way above the crowd. And maybe if you're not doing a promoted listings, or if you're just doing the bare minimum of 2.0, you need to go a little bit higher. That is going to dramatically help your impressions, meaning you will appear higher in more search results. You're bribing eBay. You're taking a little less profit, but you're making a lot more sales. It makes up for it. It's worth it. Another reason you may not be being found in searches is your title is a problem. You don't know how to write good titles. Load the left side with good keywords, words people are searching for. Let's say that you're selling some famous book. What in the world are people looking for whenever they search? They're probably typing the author's name and the title of the book. So you want to make sure the author's name and the title are the first items in the title. Don't put the year it was published way over on the left. Don't put vintage way over on the left. Don't put paperback, hardback, dust cover. No, put good keywords. And you want the most powerful ones on the left because cell phone users don't always see the right side of a title. And so eBay always gives the left side of any title more credence, more power in searches than the words on the right. You want to fill up all 80 characters in the title if you can, and that you want them to all work. You don't want to put just a junk word just to fill it up with, but you want your most important keywords. What are people actually searching for? Put those on the left side of your title. I've done videos on how to fix your title. If your titles are bad, your impressions are going to be bad because when someone searches for the book you're selling, you're not going to appear high in the search because other sellers are doing their titles right. Fix your impressions, number one, and this isn't necessarily the order you need to do them. I'm just saying this is what you need to do. Promoted listings, if you don't do them at all, or if you do them, increase them a little bit. Number two, fix your titles. Learn how to write proper titles, and that will dramatically make you appear in far more searches, which means you sell more because you're not really going to sell much if you don't appear in searches, and you're not even getting a chance to click through, and you're not getting a chance to convert people into a sell. Your picture, don't have junk in the background, show only the picture. Don't put words in your picture and put text in your picture. I'm going to go ahead and say it. eBay wants you to do a white background, but I know all of you hate hearing me say that almost every video. I can't change it. It's what eBay wants you to do. I'm not the enemy. Get mad at eBay. They reward that. They do. So does Google Shopping. A lot of you say that's a lie. Okay, but it's not. It's a fact according to eBay. I'm just the messenger. Fix your picture. Make your picture decent. Get rid of clutter. Get rid of text in the picture. eBay and Google Shopping, they do look for that stuff, and they don't like it. They don't like text in a picture. So those three things: fix your picture, fix your title, do a promoted listings. If you're badly ranked on your impressions, you fix that, you're going to make more sales because you will go past the impressions much easier. You will have one of the three reasons for an eBay sale done, fixed, no problem. If that's your worst one, you're just going to instantly have more sales if you just fix your impressions by doing the three things I just said: title, promoted listings, and picture. All pictures must be square, by the way, including that first picture. Okay, click through. Once you appear in the searches, once you fix your title, promoted listings, you've bribed eBay, you've given them the VIG in order to show you higher in a search engine, what makes the buyer click your item? Well, the price and the picture, certainly. Those of you that fight me on this first picture, you ought to fix the picture, because that's the only picture people see when you appear in a search. They're looking at your picture. If you appear in a search, is your picture making them click through in order to look at your description? Or are you just going, I'm not going to do these clean pictures without text and maybe a white background once in a while that are square because this guy tells me to do it? I'm not. eBay tells you to do it. Why? They want you to have a better click-through. You now appear in a lot of searches because you fix your impressions. In order to fix your click-through, pretty much the picture's the big part of that. The price also, you want to be competitive. You don't have to be the lowest. You want to be competitive. You want to have done your comps. Your comps also will help with impressions, by the way. If your price is too high, eBay is not going to rank you high in the search, even if you bribe them with a promoted listings, even if your title's really good. eBay's not going to show you high in impressions if your price is just too high based on comparative sales, people competing against you. You're not going to make a sell anyway. eBay's not going to waste their search engine on you. They're going to put you way down in the search. So price kind of covers both of these. Look at recently sold comps. We've talked about that. Every channel talks about that on YouTube. You know how to do that. You want more sales? You fix your click-through. If this number is bad, as this one relatively is, in this category of Christmas tree ornaments, relatively my click-through is bad. I don't know why. I need to look at them. Maybe overall, my first picture, they're just not great for Christmas tree ornaments. Maybe I'm not doing a close-up in the first picture where they can really see my ornament. I don't know. Maybe I'm pricing things too high and they're just not clicking because they think I'm not paying that anyway, whether the picture looks good or not. I don't know what's wrong with my click-through. I don't think I have anything really wrong, but I certainly am not competitive being in the high numbers of the second third of all sellers. That's not very good for me. For me as a seller, compared to the way I sell things, this is not a great rank out of 157. I need to look at that. So this is the decisions that I'm making as well. Recall I showed you first, this is my sheet music. Even my click-through is relatively higher than my other two items. I'm still not getting a good click-through. Going back to the Christmas tree items, click-through is, in a search, are people clicking you to look at your description? Now the sales conversion. Are you converting? Is this a sales conversion problem? Once people see your description page, all your pictures, title, condition, item specifics, description, price, shipping, are people wanting to buy? Are you converting this to the sale? All three of these are critical, but the one or two or three that are broken is what you have to fix to make more sales. You can't just listen to a video on how to fix sales and your sales are fixed, because that won't fix necessarily what's wrong with your account with you as a seller. With me as a seller, my click-through isn't as good according to a population of 2 we've looked at, but okay. So sales conversion. What do you do if you're not converting in sales? What if your rank is not very good compared to the other 2? What if you're not converting buyers who click through the search and look at your listing and then they go, I don't want this. Wow, you had eyeballs of a potential seller that wants the thing you are selling, and she said, I'll look at someone else. That's terrible. Once you get their eyeballs on your page, you're almost there. You need to be closing that baby. BC, always be closing. You need to be closing these people who are looking at your page. How do you do that? If your sales conversion is not high, you're not selling the item well once the buyer looks at your description. That means you probably don't have a lot of pictures. Take more pictures. Your buyer can't handle your items, so you have to take a lot of pictures so they see it from all the angles, close-ups and far away. Take more pictures. If you don't take many pictures, your sales conversion is going to be lower than, all things being equal, than a seller that does take a lot of pictures. That will help your sales conversion. You will instantly make more money if you start doing that. Other things that can hurt or help your sales conversion, you might be charging too much for shipping. If you don't do free shipping, those of you that know this channel, I'm not a big fan of free shipping. I charge for shipping. No buyer ever complains about my shipping costs. Why? I just do eBay calculated shipping. However much it costs between my zip code and the zip code in Portland, Oregon that's buying my item, that's what eBay charges my buyer. It's a calculated shipping charge. No one complains about my shipping fee because I never overcharge for shipping, ever. So that does not hurt my sales conversion. I get seen in a search, I get clicked through, they look at my description, they go, well, his shipping is reasonable. Everyone else I've looked at, they're higher or as high or equal, or they're offering free shipping, but they raise their price enough to cover it. So this guy's shipping's fair. I don't lose sales because I charge for shipping, and neither will you if you offer a fair shipping. Don't try to profit off the shipping fee and your sales conversion rank will be higher. Is your condition field good? If you're selling pre-owned items, used items, are you describing the item well? Are you telling every flaw? Are they seeing something that's a flaw in the picture and you're not talking about it? They're not going to trust you. I describe every flaw in great detail. And if you ever look at any of my selling accounts and look at the feedback, you're going, far better than I expected. Oh, this guy, oh, these people, they made this thing sound far worse than it is. It's lovely. Yeah, I undersell. I describe every single possible flaw of anything I sell, and I show every single picture of every angle of everything that I sell. My sales conversion is high. Yours will be if you do the same. If you tell every single flaw about something that you're selling and the price is reasonable, are you accepting offers? If not, you're going to sell a lot less. You do your title and pictures well, and you get click-throughs, and your condition and your pictures are good, but you don't accept offers, and your price is not low compared to other prices, you're not going to get sales as much as you will if you accept offers. So if you don't accept offers, you're going to hurt in the sales conversion. You may be happy with your sales and don't want to mess with offers. Okay, but if you want to fix and improve your sales and you're having a sales conversion problem, which I'm not, but if you are, click that I accept offers on everything that you sell. You're just going to instantly sell more because you're going to instantly get a lot more offers. If you're smart, you're going to take a lot of them because it's far better to take an offer than to let something sit for another 9 months and get full price for it. It's better to get 13% off or 17% off. I go as high as 23% off whenever I send offers to people. 23%, very powerful offer amount, by the way, very. And I've shown you in another video exactly what to tell every single person you send an offer to. You need to make them fear they're going to miss out. And you do that with the text. You give them a carrot, which is a decent offer, 23%. And then you need to give them the stick, the fear. You need to create FOMO, fear of missing out, by telling them exactly what I tell you. You need to say, create fear of missing this item if they don't accept your offer. And I did that video somewhere up above. Offer, price, shipping, more pictures, that will increase your sales conversion. How do you fix your sales? Bottom line, there's not one thing. Anybody tells you do this and make more sales, they're just handing you a prescription at a doctor's office before they've asked you what's wrong. They don't know what's wrong with your account. eBay tells you what's wrong with your account. Step one, watch this video that I'm showing you at the end. Watch this video and produce your listings quality report. And then number two, look at it and follow its advice. This advice says, hey dummy, if you want to sell more Christmas tree ornaments, you're going to improve the click-through. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to mess with this. I'm not going to mess with sales conversion issues. I'm going to do exactly what's needed to fix this part of a 3-step process. I'm telling you, this really is a critical, you'd better go back and listen again. I'm not trying to get views here by telling you that. This is important. This really will make you more money than any video I or most others have ever shown you about eBay, because this tells you exactly what is wrong with sales. You might sell 19 different kinds of things, but you've only got problems with 3 of those things. What do you do to fix those 3 categories of sales? You now know. Now you know how to make more money instantly. You fix the things that are actually wrong. You don't waste time with things that are okay. And you don't repeat the things that are wrong the rest of your listing life. And you're just going to make so much more money whenever you fix the right things. You'll thank me for this. You will. I know it's been a long video. You'll thank me for this.